transitioning, getting a layup.
Just call that the McLean special play.
Gets another outlet pass to Adriel. A shake and bake, left to right crossover, and gets a layup on the right-hand side. And then Terriana gets a block. Chano with some pressure. Willing passer.
There you go.
Ellen. Smooth jumper there.
Andrew says no way.
Welcome all for another matchup of the Tulip Heritage Hawks against Cedar Park Christian Eagles. We have our boys matchup for the night at the Francie J. Sheldon Gym taking place in just under a minute. I'm here joined by my color commentary host, Matt Tate.
Sorry, I was late. I had to get my grandpa a bag of popcorn and a water and make sure he's taken care of for tonight's game. So, yeah, good. Exciting for this matchup tonight against Cedar Park Christian. Last time we got to watch our boys on TV, kind of a tough loss against Lummi. I expect they got a win against Grace Academy since then, which was a bonus. That's what I was hearing.
That's a big win.
Coach Sean.
That's a big win.
And so tonight should be fun to watch them come out and get out and run a little bit. So excited to be here.
So here we have Joby Williams bringing us in on the PA. We will let him announce our game before we start announcing the action on your color commentary.
A lot of our boys got the chance to play tonight in the JV game. I know JD played, Apollo played, like you said, William McLean played. So Cadence Williams played in that game.
Yeah, definitely a great turnout by Heritage this year. A lot of depth. Hopefully some players that would develop. So we'll go definitely in more on, who on that roster has been contributing and who, like you said, got to play some JV, maybe contributing as well in the varsity games. As we have Joby bringing in our away team's starting five. So for Cedar Park Christian, I see number 21, Noah Yosef, number 3, Hobie Miller, number 11, Anthony Peth, and I believe number 13, Kyokoto. So, and we have our starting lineup for our Tulip Heritage Hawks. So for our starting lineup for the Heritage Hawks, we have JJ Gray, Takala Black Tomahawk, Amari Hatch, Chano Guzman, and Adrian Jefferson.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Chano today. Chano's birthday is today, so I'm hoping he'll bring us a birthday present as a community and group of fans here. And I'm already nominating him for the interview after the game. I told him, I said, you got fresh braids, your birthday, you get to come up and be on TV.
Yeah, I think that would be great. It would be his second interview, but I'm not opposed to it. He had a good interview. He elaborated a little bit on what the mindset was, like I said, in the game, giving the fans the psyche of, being a player. So I wouldn't mind it.
That's my nomination.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be for sure, but
we have our Pledge of Allegiance. Usually we do it indigenous style with a flag song, but we did our pledge. Obviously we couldn't have Tony Blue Horse tonight, but shout out to Joby Williams filling the place for that PA announcer. So here we will have our matchup starting shortly. And I'll give a 5-second cameo shout out to Coach Al. He said talk about him. So Coach Al, if you watch this broadcast back, I talked about you. That's all you get.
Who's that?
Coach Al. Alan Ace. Enoch. Coached the JV game, so
Yep.
great job by him. You know.
He was here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. He was ready to roll.
Yep.
3 o'clock, he's spending almost a full day's work in the gym tonight.
Yeah, love for basketball. Cedar Park Christian with the tip. I hear man defense being called out by the coaches, so early for Heritage Hawks, nearly a steal and what could have been a layup.
Ball tipped away there by Amari Hatch.
Yeah, he's got that slide defense, you know, kind of wrap around you like a glove and then pokes it out from behind, so almost a steal there. 3 off the mark for Cedar Park Christian.
Great job by Takala. Right position, good box out, securing the rebound.
Hawks looking for something early in their first set. Takala at the high post, swings it out. Chano gets it back, looks to pass it to Adrian on the baseline, but he's not able to secure it, so turnover there for Heritage Hawks.
Well, even though we ended up with a turnover, a nice job of being patient, looking for the right look. You know, and turnover happens, and we're right in the face of Cedar Park Christian. So that's our style, you know, quick, fast, in-your-face defense.
Yeah, they're able to get it back. No team scored yet, but Hawks looking for something in their offense. See what's available as Cedar Park Christian playing what looks like a 2-3.
Yeah, they're in a 2-3 zone. I'd like to see a little more interior action from AJ and Takala.
Yeah, maybe get a high post flasher, and then they have obviously AJ down there on the baseline as a low post, but kind of standing too close. He's standing near the defender versus, you know, flashing to that short corner spot. So hopefully they'll figure that out.
Flash into that open area, creating passing lanes is what we need to see out of the, you know, active post players in a 2-3 zone offense. Really lead to positive things on the offensive end.
Cedar Park with a baseline inbounds for a long 2. Rebound there by Amari, and he's looking to go coast to coast for a layup on the other end for Heritage Hawks as they score the first bucket of the game. So they're in a diamond press. High pass nearly takes out our scoreboard keeper there, Annie. We got to protect her at all costs.
Yeah, you know, quick turnaround. They jump into that diamond in one press and leads to a turnover for Cedar Park Christian.
So we see on the replay monitor, strong take there by Amari. He's been aggressive, 2 early shots. 3-point look there by Chano off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and that designed wheel play to go to Amari for a shot, and then he fires a cross-court pass to get an open shot for Chano. I like that.
What's
a risk.
For the viewers at home, Coach, sorry to interject, but what's a wheel? Let's break it down for us.
You saw Amari start on the one wing. Actually started at the high post, I think, the point, and then passed it off and wheeled around and came back to ended up on the opposite wing. Designed to have action go away and then come back to him. Usually can get an open shot there. So
great breakdown there by Coach Matt Tate for all you aspiring basketball coaches. Offensive set there.
Nice no-look pass there by JJ. Recovered by AJ.
Nice hop through by Chano and an underneath pass to Adrian for a layup. Nice, I believe that's what the kids would call post up.
Quick steal by JJ for a quick 2 points. Yeah, that pass by Chano, he's got amazing court vision. He puts his body in some really unique positions and then finds a way to make things happen. So
Amari with a steal there, just off the mark as he got a little bit of a jump step layup there opportunity. So as you can see, poke out there by JJ and a layup to extend that lead. Hawks in that press early, you know, extending that lead for themselves. So trapping there on the baseline of Cedar Park. Nearly causing a high pass turnover there. Contest by Takala. But Cedar Park able to get the rebound. Piece of a block there by Takala and then active hands, but Hawks called for a foul.
I think the foul's going to be called on Takala.
So obviously for Cedar Park Christian, they've got a force inside, getting a lot of extra chance rebounds. Number 21, Noah Yosef. So kind of impacting the game in a positive way for Cedar Park. They just haven't been able to get anything on offense. We get a short range jumper there though for Cedar Park as they score their first bucket. Takala losing Chana there. What could have been called for maybe a travel. Active defense there by Heritage, looking to get the ball back, but Cedar Park gets possession.
A timeout for the official to tie his shoe.
He's got to tie his LeBrons, coach. He's got to tie his LeBrons.
Those are LeBrons
No,
still?
those are LeBrons. That's some form of a Nike runner, but
You don't have a name for the Nike runner?
I don't know what those are. The Nike ref. The Nike ref shoe.
Oh,
Still
nice.
there, poke out.
Nice tip away by Amare to Chano. Back to Amare for an easy 2 points.
Another one of those slide steals that he gets. Looking for a three-point shot underneath the baseline, though. Finds Chano. Three there for Takala. Bench loving it, holding up the three sign. So that press rocking and rolling for Heritage as they cause a few turnovers and get a 9-point lead. JJ with the rebound, bringing it down. Hard pass on the baseline. AJ not able to catch it, so it'll be a turnover there by Heritage.
Well, good job there by JJ to see that. You can see his eyes. We see Takala making that three-pointer. JJ really just waiting for AJ to make that flash. Great pass, just couldn't handle it.
Heritage looking to trap there, but pass underneath the hoop. Missed layup attempt by Cedar Park Christian, and then they get a foul call by Amari. So number 13 for Cedar Park Christian will go to the free throw line, or actually get a foul in the inbound. I thought it was almost a shot, but foul. So the inbounds on the baseline.
Good hands there by Chano.
Three opportunity by Cedar Park.
JJ with the outlet pass. Amari hustling. Chano finds a way to secure that. Kind of a loose ball situation.
Yeah, wild sequence there by Heritage. And a great hezzy draw for the contact, and then, kind of baited Cedar Park into a foul call here. You see a hezzy, and then he gets that reach across the waist and gets an easy foul call.
It almost looked like he was looking to pass the ball to somebody down low and then decided to shoot it as he was in the middle of the jumping. So Chano he finds ways to do uncharacteristically athletic things. Uncharacteristically, but very athletic things.
I was with you, Coach, on that one. It happened so slow that I'm thinking he's going to dish it. He kind of looked like he was picking up his dribble, but finds a player reaching across him, and then, in a witty way, kind of gets him drawn into a foul call on that shot attempt. So he gets some points there. Great job by Chano. Oh, miscommunication by Cedar Park. Leads to a layup for Heritage. So Cedar Park just looking to break that press. Gets into their half-court offense. And a step-through layup for number 3 for Cedar Park, Hobie Miller.
This is Junior Jones and Damon Pablo checking in for the Hawks here in the game.
JJ with a pump fake. Back to Chano. Amari for 3. So Cedar Park able to get the rebound, bringing it down. Another basket slash there that leads to a pass for a layup for number 13 for Cedar Park, Kyokoto.
Got a signal here for that very similar wheel play. Chano dribbles to the right side, and JJ finds himself wide open for a 3.
Yeah, that's one of those ones for a coach. I definitely think you're proud that it was successful on the first look right there. Catches it,
Yep.
knocks it down.
That's exactly how that play is designed. Just what you saw there with JJ. Great position there by Chano to get the foul call on number 13 from Cedar Park, Kyokoto.
So there we see it drawn up as you mentioned. He catches it, sets his feet for a nice knockdown 3 in the corner. So Heritage moving it around, maybe trying that same play. Amari with a spin in the middle of the defense, turns it over, but JJ able to get the ball back. Pass of his own to Chano for a 3. Off the mark, but Amari able to grab the rebound. So Heritage playing with a lot of great energy. So JJ just being patient, waiting, like calling for an offensive set here.
Good leadership there by Chano. You know, get settled down. We got time for one shot.
Yeah, just 12 seconds left. Gets a steal under the bucket for a 3 for James Jones. So there we see right there that step through right there for Chano. He finds AJ flashing underneath the bucket. So great job by the Heritage Hawks boys team as they jump out to an 18-6 lead on Cedar Park Christian. We see the roster there. We have Ponchano Guzman, Adrian Jefferson, Takala Black Tomahawk, James Jr. Jones, who just came into the game, Jalen JJ Gray, Hazen Shotbell, Lennox Luong, Amari Hatch, Taryn Freiberg, Damon Pablo, Lincoln Pablo, and Apollo Lewis Freiberg. So those are the players that will be able to play tonight. Obviously some having played JV. You know, what are some good things you're seeing as we opened up this game in the first quarter?
Well, it's real fun to watch us in that diamond and one press, and you know we got so many quick guys that can come in and cause havoc. And I don't know if you noticed, they rotated through. Amari started out at the point, and then Chano came in and played the point. That point guy in that diamond and one press is, you know, working his tail off, right? So we got 3 or 4 guys that can fill that spot. So quick turnovers, shooting the ball fairly well, running our stuff, being patient. So excited to watch what the second quarter brings us.
Yeah, great job on defense, creating some offense for the Heritage Hawks. For the fans at home, maybe something designed, you make the shot, you're the point on defense? Is that usually the rule?
Yeah, that could be. You're the shooter, you go to the point on that diamond and one, you make it. Yeah, that's definitely something that could happen to make sure that we're rotating guys through there. And then we just got some updates, some game stat updates, so you can go ahead and roll with those.
So we have Amari Hatch, who opened up with 6 points and 2 rebounds, and JJ Gray with 5 points, 2 rebounds in the first quarter. So some good updated stats here as we go into the second quarter for Heritage Hawks, who have a lead up 18-6 on Cedar Park Christian. So shot clock running down. JJ finds AJ under the hoop. We get a step away layup by Damon. Looked like he came off the rim, but nonetheless gets called for a shot clock violation, so Cedar Park will get the ball. Coach Sean obviously asked, kind of call and question there, but Cedar Park will get the ball.
Yeah, just asking for clarification in a respectful way, and the official did a good job of answering the question, just explaining his perspective, and Sean gave him Head nod, yep, got it, and move on. So, got a hand check call there for Chano.
So really pressuring the point guard for Cedar Park Christian. Steal there, but shot off the mark. But Heritage Hawks get the rebound, so they get a second opportunity. One thing that I will say that from the last broadcast that they're doing a great job of is really getting set in their offense, you know, not rushing anything, especially if they get a second opportunity. As you can see, it leads to a layup there. You know, really capitalizing on the possessions they have.
Yeah, doing a good job of being patient on the offensive end and looking for a high percentage shot, something wide open.
And not hesitating. They're getting a lot of looks at the basket that they want. Obviously give up a three there. We get a three symbol held up. A little bit of a celebration there by Cedar Park Christian's number 15, Ben Miller. Chano with a pass inside to AJ, who fades away but gets a layup.
Well, that's an example right there. We were talking in the first quarter. We like to see our interior guys in that zone being a little more active. And in the last two possessions, AJ doing a great job of moving and finding the open space and resulted in good things for us.
Chano able to float back and get a steal there, but almost turns the ball over. I like how he's able to recover, rotate back, and gets a steal in the half court there. Let me see his assist to AJ. So great job there by both players. Three ball for Takala off the mark.
Takala almost to get his own rebound.
So Cedar Park calling out their own offensive set, looking for a look. Layup just short, off the mark for Ben Miller. Hayes and shot bell in the game. Pass inside to Takala, back out to JJ. JJ swings it to Damon in the corner for three. And then just that pressure really getting to Cedar Park as they nearly turn the ball over after securing a rebound. And JJ still with that relentless defense gets another steal. And up and under rolls in. That was acrobatic.
That's an acrobatic shot.
Up and under, a little bit of English.
Well, yeah, in that last possession, JJ just was on the ball, didn't quit.
Yeah.
Just on the ball and came up with a steal and
up and under.
Oh my goodness.
English off the glass, rolls in. Love the touch. So yeah, Cedar Park gets a rebound there. Nearly could have brought the ball up. AJ just wouldn't give up until he got it back. Goes and gets a layup. So great hustle there by Heritage, extending that lead 24-9.
He literally ran from the far corner from where we're sitting to the near side wing, recovered the basketball on the steal, and then decides he's going to go lay it in and score with an amazing acrobatic play. I really enjoy watching JJ being a freshman. You know, just a bundle of energy, a spark plug, if you will, for our guys, and never quits. So he might get the nickname the Energizer Bunny. I don't know. Just never quits.
That's
keeps
a good
going
one.
and going.
I like the Road Runner.
The Road Runner. There you go.
Yeah, he definitely has a what we call a dog mentality. You know, he grinds it out, creates a lot of offense from his defense. You know, shoots the ball well. So I want to see his game develop in a good way. And then we get a little bit of a ref stoppage as we got to wipe up the sweat from Coach Sean. He's just been coaching so passionately over there on the sideline.
I wish it was the case. I think somebody spilled their water bottle on the court.
Also, they pulled the old Jason Kidd trick.
Yep.
We need an extended break. Spill my water, bump into me. So Heritage Hawks up 24. Cedar Park Christian 9.
Well, here's the other personnel change. Now Takala's at the point on that diamond and one press. It just goes to show how versatile our personnel it is. It seems like a lot of guys can play almost all the spots, which is, from a coaching standpoint, nice to have. You know, you can put 5 different guys out there and another 5 guys, and they can all play at the same spot. Hazen with the big block from behind.
Great block. And then nearly another block. Gets caught swinging, maybe got him on the back of the arm. That first one was a great block. Replay monitor here. He goes up hunting for it. Throws it, but Cedar Park Christian able to come back down with it.
Coach Sean giving the ref a little bit of a hard time, asking for a shot clock violation before the foul. The ref's like, no, there was a foul in the shot clock violation. And both guys walk away smiling. That's good to see. You know, building that rapport with the referees is always good on the bench.
Yeah, like you said earlier, great crew here tonight. Obviously, some pretty good games, able to control the game, you know, tell the players in a good way when it's getting a little too rough, right? You always like that. You know, refs able to communicate in a good way and players having some fun, obviously able to play as hard as they can too.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, JJ there again.
With the and one.
Just so much fun to watch that kid is. You see this replay coming down here. Kind of a double pump up and under. Finds a way to roll it around and get it through the hoop.
Yeah.
What's Lincoln telling you you're right about?
Oh, I believe we were saying, I want to say it was either roster. So who's going to be, how the game style. I said they're going to press up, obviously, attack, you know, point guards on defense, and then the point guards are going to have to show out if they, you know, want to come away victorious. And get a turnover there. But yeah, I was saying, obviously for Heritage, you know, a lot of their bread and butter in the way their point controls the game and how they play defense. That's a little bit of their identity. Obviously, you know, still trying to find a post presence. So said, hey, if they want to get away with it, they've got to have some great point play and a lot of good defense. And obviously we see it here tonight.
Well, and yeah, on the topic of post presence, when Lincoln gets back and healthy, he's a guy that can play down low and, you know, take up some of that real estate, if you will, down below. Does a good job of cleaning up the boards and putting the, you know, kind of that clean up the garbage down below and find a way to put the ball in the hoop. So hopefully he can get healthy and get back out there for his senior season.
Yeah, dealing with some ankle and foot injury, he was telling me earlier. So yeah, we want to see him play. Yeah, fill that void, if you will, say, for Heritage. Nice Euro there by Hazen. Off the mark, though. As Heritage is in a man still. Good spin there by Cedar Park Christian's number 11, Anthony Peth, for a layup.
Hazen.
No look pass.
No look pass there by Chano.
And Chano, like you said, everybody kind of switching off on that point, picking up on that full court pressure. And just a blind backside pass there, ends up in a steal for AJ. Not able to finish, but Chano with good hustle gets a rebound and a spin. Couldn't finish it, but nearly another steal.
Cedar Park Christian really having a hard time dealing with that full court pressure as Hazen comes with a block from the backside.
Yeah, I think for Heritage, obviously this pace works, you know, in the battle of who's going to be able to play this fast. And so rushing Cedar Park into a lot of steals and, you know, contested block shots. We see a no-look pass there for AJ, and then obviously they're getting a lot of points out of the defense. So.
Well, on that last defensive possession, Cedar Park kind of throws that no-look pass, and AJ does a great job of kind of playing a safety and jumps up from his back spot. He's the deep man in that diamond and one and steals the ball and goes for a lay-in and just missed it. But that's the versatility and athleticism that we see from this Heritage Hawks team. And right now you got Chano at the point, Tokala and Hazen at the wings there. A couple long bodies, active hands. It's tough defense to contend with as we see another turnover by Cedar Park Christian.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned versatility a lot. I think that's definitely something that as a Heritage player you got to have, right? And on most nights, your matchups are going to be a lot of guard play. You may face a couple players that are, you know, true big men, but so every player's got to be able to obviously play that full court defense and obviously do a little bit of everything, rebound and, you know, play some defense in the interior.
So Cedar Park sits back in a 2-3 for the inbounds play. Swing it. The pass will go to Hazen looking for a jump shot. I called for an illegal screen on Junior there. Just moved a little bit. It's always tough when you're going to set that screen from the corner to the block and the guy's anxious to go shoot. He moves a little bit early, and you move when you're setting the screen because you want to do your job, and that's what happened there.
Get
a travel or a foul?
I think we get a foul call on the arm. I see he's holding it up.
Junior with his second foul in about 17 seconds.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit fast right now. Playing a little bit fast. Chano trying to deny. Cut inside. Tips it out for a steal to Takala, who picks it up, bringing it down. Takala with the underneath pass to AJ, wasn't able to secure it. And I believe we get a jump ball.
Yep. Yeah, but if you look at, speaking of Junior and key contributors, you look, Junior's a sophomore, Amari and JJ are freshmen, Takala's a sophomore, which is promising for the future of our boys basketball team. Obviously, Chano Leader is a senior, and Hazen is a senior as well. But there's a lot of potential in the future with, having 4 underclassmen that I would consider are major contributors to this team.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely a lot of presence here by the underclassmen. So, great way to point that out. We get a timeout by Coach Sean. Yeah, a lot of point presence for Heritage done by some underclassmen. You get Chano, obviously, who's more seasoned, gets to control the pace of the game, does a great job of that for them, and then also being able to communicate and run the defense as well. So hopefully those younger players will kind of fill in. Then we get the Cedar Park Christian Eagles boys team. We got Josiah Portes, Hobie Miller, Anthony Peth, Riley Livingston, Kyokato, John Sika, Benjamin Miller, Noah Yosef, and Wesley Marshall, all for the Cedar Park Eagles.
But you see Dr. Plummer across the way from us. He's got 2 armfuls of pop. 2 armfuls of pop there in the entryway at the half court, just waiting for halftime. Pretty cool new fundraiser that we've got going on. It's Pop a Shot, $1 for a shot. We line up the liters of pop there around the 3-point line, and if you make the shot, you take the pop with you. So pretty fun for us. And the cool thing is it's all profit. The pops are donated by a local community member, and every dollar made goes towards our Heritage High School ASB and athletics. So every little bit counts.
I was gonna say, I love that. Yeah, obviously the community's showing up big. Obviously we got some things surrounding, what's going on outside of here as far as funding, but, no shortage of support as folks trying to fill in, support ASB, bring some fun fundraisers. Obviously the kids love it. I'm not sure if the parents love it so much with all the soda, but the kids love it. I seen one kid dragging around 3 2-liters, and I was like, I don't know how I'd feel, but hey.
Nice entry pass there by Chano to find Hazen for the nice easy lay-in.
Still with some pressure on defense. Really rushing Cedar Park. They get a 3 though. Another swing out for a no-look pass there for number 15, Ben Miller. 3 off the mark, hard off the backboard.
Great hustle there by Junior. Good hustle play. Almost saved it. I thought he saved it, but the official had a different idea.
See a no-look there by Chano again, Hazen. Is that a design play? Was that a curl around?
Yeah, I designed for the guy to cut there, and Chano does a great job of looking off the defenders and really selling that no-look pass.
Yeah, that's the second time I've seen him do that, so he's doing a good job. And then he's finding AJ on the baseline a lot, so great job by Chano. Corner 3 there for Cedar Park. Strong rebound, but a rip away by Junior. Passes it back out. Chano looking for a cutter down underneath. I think he almost saw what would have been AJ on the baseline, but we go for a 3. Passes it back out. Good hustle. Nice swing pass for a 3 opportunity.
Really unselfish there by Hazen. He could have possibly shot that, but takes the extra pass and give it to his cousin Takala for the 3-point attempt.
Yeah, great job there. Just looking to get the best shot. They get a 3-point opportunity, just not able to knock it down. On that one, though, I saw AJ kind of on the baseline, and Chano was trying to look him off. If he would have flashed into that open spot on the baseline, he's looking at him again. Gets a 3, though. It's good.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, Chano just playing really, really unselfish, but also creating for himself. Gets a nice jab 3 right there, shaking the defender.
Well, that's
out the quarter.
And that's what we talk about. You know, Chano's senior leadership there. He knows what the clock looks like. You got 11 seconds. He's going to secure the ball, make a quick shake-off move, and confident shooter there. Really, really fun to watch these boys. Like I said, lots of versatility. They're just flying around on defense. I couldn't imagine being a Cedar Park Christian guard right now, because it seems like as soon as you get the ball, you got 2 of our defenders on you in the backcourt, which makes it really tough.
It's a track meet tonight, Coach, as Heritage Hawks boys go up 34-11 on Cedar Park Christian. We saw J.J. Gray up there with 9 points to lead us, and we'll be back in just under 10 minutes for the second half. Welcome all back to the Francie J. Sheldon Gym as we're here for the second half of our Tulip Heritage Boys Hawks matchup against Cedar Park Christian Eagles. Tulip jumping out to a 34-11 lead on Cedar Park Christian. So any takeaways, anything going into the second half for boys to finish strong, Matt?
Well, I think we just have to continue what we're doing on the defensive end. I had a chance to talk to Dale Jones and my grandpa there. They were super impressed with our boys' speed of play and hustle. And, you know, like we talked about, that defensive press we have running right now is really working well. I would imagine that we're going to come out with a similar fashion, build up a little more of a lead, and then get a chance for some of our other guys off the bench to play, you know, get them some varsity action. So looks like our starters right now, Hazen getting the start in the second half, AJ, Takala, JJ, and Chano. Makes me wonder if Amari has a little bit of an injury. We hadn't seen much of him since the first quarter.
You know who I'd love to see play? I don't know if he exceeded the JV minutes, but who could probably get some good tick is Ethan Pablo. He had a good inside game that maybe Heritage is looking to establish, and also not afraid to shoot it as well. So.
Yeah, you were saying Ethan had kind of a runaway there at the end of the JV game. So yeah, that'd be good to see him get some JV minutes or some varsity minutes. The way that works for viewers at home based on eligibility, in basketball you can play 4 quarters a night. So if Ethan played 3 quarters, for instance, he would get 1 quarter of eligibility. You see that a lot at bigger schools where guys are maybe swinging back and forth from JV to varsity. They might split 2 and 2 or 3 and 1, depending on the player and the night.
Yeah, that's great to know for the fans. I know sometimes people wonder why, such and such player didn't play, but, maybe we had a JV matchup. So, if we don't see Ethan, obviously he was a big contributor in JV. But nonetheless, if he has an opportunity, I would like to see him play.
Yeah.
Chano there with a foul line trip. And then Hazen with a rip-away rebound and an inside pass to JJ. JJ looking to swing it back out.
I don't know if JJ is really a post player. I don't know what
Yeah, he caught it and he thought about it, and then he said, let me get it out of here. Let me get it out of here.
It's like, this is unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, there was no post move there. But, hey, they get some ball movement and get a nice layup for Chano.
Just relentless on the defensive side for our Hawks.
Yeah, hustle there a little bit late on the rotation, and then the foul call by AJ, I believe. See, we had a step away. Maybe could have had a short corner layup for Hazen, then he kicks it out, and then we get a layup for Chano. So like you said, some players catching it where they're maybe not a little bit comfortable to establish some kind of move.
Well, and Chano did a great job of cutting through and creating a passing lane for that scoring opportunity.
Yeah, great job there.
Just a side note, because I want to recognize all of our student athletes. Tony Hatch across the gym from us, big wrestling coach at MP. But one of our senior Tulalip tribal member wrestlers, Dante Luong, just showed up, recognizing him. Last night I had a chance to go to the wrestling match and watch him wrestle. Pinned his guy in 17 seconds.
Wow.
Just incredible reversal and stuck the kid on his back. And then,
That's fast.
Then I got to talk to him a little bit after his match, and he's said his record's 22-2 this year.
Wow.
So good riddance, good luck to Dante on the rest of his wrestling season. I know we don't cover that as a color commentary, but really still good to recognize our kids and doing great things athletically. And he's also since we're kind of in a runaway game here,
Pour it on, Matt. Pour it on.
Dante is doing his internship, because we have internships here at Heritage, with a pilot, and is actually flying a plane right now, learning how to fly a plane and getting his ground school done to hopefully get his pilot's license by the time he graduates.
Amazing.
So amazing things, just an amazing kid, and it's really a blessing for us to have opportunities like that for our kids at Heritage. So quick little plug for Dante, since he is a wrestler and we are a basketball school. That's not going to be.
Hey, that's an amazing story. A student not only being a phenomenal, probably state contending wrestler, but to also in his spare time become a pilot. How often do we have that? So yeah, definitely celebrating a young tribe member and Dante Luong. Obviously, basketball game color commentary, but hey, Tulalip TV, if you want to bring us on to commentate some wrestling, I'll try my best. Maybe Matt and a strong third could come in and help. So.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I was a basketball coach, grew up playing basketball, and didn't really know anything about wrestling. But my son's been wrestling for about 11 years now, so I've picked up this much. I can't tell you all the moves. I can tell you some of them, and I do know how they score points.
Okay.
So
I think that's what they need. That's a good intro there.
We could get that done for sure.
Exposure for wrestling next. Put it on the docket to Tulalip TV. We'd love to be there.
Well, and I don't quote me on this, as we see Hazen shot bell. No,
the three.
With a 3 Hazen shot bell there. But I think Tony was telling me, I think there's like 6 or 8 tribal members that are wrestling at MP right now, and pretty strong. They're actually going to be wrestling next Tuesday night against Arlington for the league championship. So
awesome.
Strong wrestling program with a lot of contributions coming from our indigenous tribal athletes. So
awesome.
Yeah, just a little plug there.
Yeah.
As we're in a 26-point blowout.
Kind of a runaway game. No, I love it. Anything that keeps the kids busy, aspiring to be better, work on whatever craft they love, whether it's great wrestler, nice bang 3 there.
To call a black tomahawk with a nice deep 3.
Or a pilot in their spare time.
Yeah, Dante gets to miss school, if you will. We have days of the week that we've set aside for internships and interest-based learning. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, he actually goes and spends time in the aviation world, which is cool, really cool. And he gets credit for it at school. So pretty amazing things going on.
Yeah, and I'll segue that with Dante, brother of Lennox Luong, who plays for the basketball team. So good family connection there. as we're here watching our Heritage Hawks basketball matchup.
Did Lennox play in the JV game?
He did as well. I did see him playing, so I don't know what that, like you said, that eligibility looks like for playing some minutes for the varsity, but we'll see.
God, I think we got 4 or 5 opportunities there. Chano lets a deep 3 fly and then almost gets his own rebound.
As you see on the replay cue here, that 3 you were alluding to earlier, Takala. So boys with a 29-point lead.
Damon Pablo going to check in for Hazen Shotbell. Junior Jones checking in for Takala. Nice secure 29-point lead for our Heritage boys.
Yeah, they've just been patient all night, not forcing anything. Also grabbing second chance opportunities when not knocking it down there, as we see. JJ just able to get a rebound in the short corner spot, and then a fadeaway jumper for Chano. Good cutoff there by AJ. Cedar Park rushing to a 3. Steal though there. They get it back. Oh, and then a foul from behind by JJ.
Knocks him on the back of the head there.
Yeah, he got caught on the hip.
So since you are the shoe guru of Tulalip TV broadcasts,
I'm sure there's some out there that are there's some shoe people.
What's the fad with the pink and green, and I mean, is it just the color fad going on, like the 80s with neon colors, or
if I had to guess, this is my healthy guess here. I believe it was KD. He came out. One of his early shoes was called the Ant Pearl. So since then, one of his early KD shoes, he came out with the all pink colorway. It was an ode to one of his aunties. I believe maybe she had some form of cancer that obviously is the pink.
Yep.
They've always made in the newer models another Ant Pearl from time to time that was all pink. I think that's what Takala has. And then some other shoes just have kind of copied that. Obviously it's a popular all-color colorway. So as you can see there, we have Lennox in what are the Way of Wades. Those are all pink. And then you have AJ. I want to say those look like KD's as well. So, all pink. Yep, on the monitor. Yeah, so those are the Way of Wades. Those are Lennox's shoes. Those are pink. They're not necessarily the Ant Pearl colorway, but kind of copying that colorway that's been kind of popularized. And you see AJ diving on the floor.
Great hustle play by AJ. Gets called for the travel, but sometimes that'll happen when you make a diving play. So just really good to see our kids right now. We're up by 28 points or something like that, and we still got guys diving on the floor for the ball. Really good to see.
Yeah, competing, wanting to be out there. So great job.
And Cedar Park answers with a 3-point.
And then you said green.
Just bright green
and
colors.
Bright green. That's I want to say the LaMelo Ball Puma shoes. Again, I think that's a slime colorway, something like that is what they're called. But yeah, I like those too. I do like them. I don't know if I want them, but I do like them. So I think neon just in general, like you said, it's kind of a popular look. Some of those bright colorways.
I like them. I think they're cool. They're come a long way since 25 years ago when all we had is black and white, maybe a red or a blue.
Michigan Fab Five.
Yeah, you get 2 choices, black and white or white and black.
Yeah, I love it's a great offsetting, self-expression. You have to wear your uniform, obviously probably a matching sock colorway, and then you get your own fun sneaker colors. So the kids are rocking every different shoe. I think even the Way of Wades, that's a brand that came out more in China. So for kids to start rocking those, and they're not really a stateside shoe, is pretty awesome. So I actually have a pair of those, not that same color, but I have some Way of Wades.
We see a foul going, number 21 to the line for Cedar Park Christian. See some new faces coming in. Lennox, like you said, you mentioned Lennox, Dante's brother, on the court. He's been on the court for a little while, and there's your boy right there, Ethan Pablo, checking in.
Ethan Pablo in the Kyrie Irvings. Yeah, I like him. I like his game because also he's a potential post player. That's what Heritage is kind of looking for as we progress through the season.
Yeah, especially as we start to close the regular season out here in the next month or so, get into playoff time. It's really a time when you want to have all of your tools in your tool belt or your weapons ready to go to go to war and go to battle there in the postseason. So if we can find and fill that gap and fill that hole, I think our guard play is going to take us through. But to fill in that post play and fill in that hole there will be super important. So maybe Ethan will find his way to the top 6 or 7 if he can establish himself in the post.
Yeah, aggressive game. You'll see kind of can play through some of the contact. Likes to get to the bucket. He had a little up and under in the JV game as well, so he's creative around the basket. So we shall see.
Well, happy 18th birthday to Chano Guzman at the line. He had this monster cupcake today. It was just like as big as his head.
Enjoyed some sweets.
Then he got a nice.
And then came out and burned it all off here at this game.
Totally. He could have probably ate 6 of them and been just fine. The way he flies around the court as he comes off here. Got a nice braid hair job, little hairdo today too for his birthday. So hopefully this day's been special for him.
Yeah, not a bad way to celebrate your birthday with a great victory, a great performance.
Just a little overly aggressive by Junior. Might be his 4th foul. I don't know.
Yeah, reaching across. I mean, minute left here in the third. Another foul and one possibility as we get probably a late rotation there on the inbounds pass.
Pretty cool for Ethan and Damon to be out there together, playing alongside your brother.
Yeah, we see that, I wouldn't say pretty often, but a good amount of times where we got some kind of siblings or relatives playing together, and I'm sure it helps, a lot of great chemistry. I'm sure a lot of wars had outside, right, at the park or in the driveway.
Yeah, definitely.
Had to polish your game somewhere if you're not in some form of a recreational sport sometime, right?
Yeah. You got to spend some time on campus this week doing a presentation for our students. I know that was really positively received, so shout out to you for stepping up and helping educate our students about important things that they have in their lives.
Yeah, it was fun. It was, I believe, kind of a advisory time where I could kind of come and share, obviously, that they have some supports and funding and things like that, and just how to use it. As we see a post by Ethan Pablo. But yeah, so it was great. And then what better way to let students know like these are the opportunities out here for you to use and access. So just trying to always share that as a reminder. Who doesn't want to use it? Maybe get a PO, go get some KDs.
Well, no, that's exactly right. It's important for our students to, and our kids to understand what opportunities and what support systems are out there for them. It's budgeted. We have a lot of things that most tribes don't have, and I'm super grateful for it. It definitely has taken care of some things that I would have had to pay for out of my own pocket, and we have a lot of leaders before that set us up for this, right? And they were thinking about the future and wanted our kids not to go without, and wanted our tribal members to reap the benefits of education. So I'm super grateful for it, and I really encourage our kids to use those opportunities, and really happy that you came out and explained everything to them so they had a clear picture.
Yeah, it was a good time. I know sometimes when you do stuff like that and it's pretty quiet, you're not sure if kids are listening, but as long as you're giving some positive feedback, I guess, hey, they took some away and we'll use it. So, and then we get a closing of the third quarter. So yeah, great rotation for the coaches. They get some of their players some minutes. Like you said, Lennox Long coming in the game. Ethan Pablo came in the game, got a bucket. James Jr. kind of getting in there, being active on defense. Hawks still up 48-22 on Cedar Park Christian. We have Ponchano Guzman flashing across the screen as a points leader with 11 points and 6 rebounds. He hasn't really had to put his foot on the gas, so to speak, and come back in the game.
No, he's done a great job as a senior, exhibiting leadership qualities, and obviously not a bad night through 3 quarters, 11 points and 6 rebounds. Pretty good night for him. And like you said, really hasn't had to put his foot on the gas a whole lot. He's a gifted, quick athlete and just really has been cruising through this game. So really nice to have that. I think Coach Allen, Ace is shouting for some more media time. Maybe
They're calling the name out. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Allen, Coach Joe, who came over. It's kind of a newer coaching staff, but really, he said stay focused though. But hey, if I want to segue to shoes, let me know. But yeah, they're doing a great job. Shout out to the coaches, really getting the boys dialed in and kind of play this in a real at a comfortable pace and just really get it easy win here, hopefully, unless something crazy doesn't happen.
Unless the wheels fall off and everything burns to the ground. I think we're doing okay. As we see the Cedar Park in a 2-3 zone. Our boys being really patient, moving the ball. Hazen back and forth at the high post, wide open. Get the ball in there a little bit. What do we got here? A 3 in the key call. I don't know exactly on who. Maybe Hazen didn't quite get out of the key there. Hey, maybe we should call Coach Allen, Ace, up here. He can do the post-game interview with you one day. Get him on the headset. He seems like he's full of it.
Yeah, we always have a good chat about what's going on during the season. We recap some of the games sometimes, and just how he's feeling as he goes through the coaching. It's fun. I feel like it's a little bit of a mental sparring for coaches. You got to share some wisdom. Great move there by JJ. You got to help players develop and stuff. So it's fun to just kind of recap it. And obviously when you lose it hurts a little bit. But hey, you grow and you move on. Like you said, they got a great win against Grace, which was tough for them last year and this year. So that's pretty impressive. Obviously some growth there. And obviously no struggles tonight, so we'll see how they move forward. But yeah, I would love to. I would be a good guest. He's not only is a Heritage alum, his dad was a coach when they went to state, so part of the history.
Well, that's what I'm glad you mentioned that because Ace was probably on the bench as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old when his dad was coaching and took those teams to state. Those many years.
Along with Coach Lonnie over there, they both kind of. Co-sailed the ship for a really talented Heritage team. So, he's a part of that lineage, and to see it come full circle is pretty awesome.
Kind of a passing down of the torch, Ace getting his ears wet, if you will, in the coaching scene, being our JV coach and on the bench of the varsity games. So.
Okay, so while we were talking about that, I had to put my Googles up. So, you had asked a question about the bright colors for the KD Pinks. It was for the KD3. The Aunt Pearl served as a tribute to Durant's late auntie, Pearl Williams, who suffered from a battle with cancer. So that's how that came about. I just had to look that up. That was a good question.
Hey, yeah, we like facts, and no better place to get facts than Google, right?
I thought I was right, but I had to confirm. I didn't want to be putting no false sneaker information out there.
Well, you weren't too far off. So you are the sneaker guru of Tulalip TV.
I don't know about that, but I love to share. It's a fun bit. Yeah.
No, it's fun to keep it light and converse about things that are outside of basketball but related to basketball, I guess.
Yeah. And then also, as I was kind of alluding to earlier with the coaching staff, being a little bit new while we're here on the broadcast, we have Coach Joe. He's also alumni. So, that's been a pretty interesting, right? He's got to go back and probably coach against his former head coach.
Yeah.
That's got to. I would love to be a fly on the wall for those conversations when, you got to talk about, how your guys' games played out against each other, how you're feeling about that. That's a fun rivalry, so to speak.
And you look at this coaching staff there. I think Sean's 28 years old, and Ace is younger than that. And I don't know about Joe, but a young coaching staff doing a really good job with these boys. I got a ton of respect for the accountability that they're holding them to and the level of discipline, not just on the basketball court, but just in life in general. Looks like Chano chipped over Takala's shoe there.
Yeah, nearly a good, almost capitalized on a steal, but they caused a turnover there.
There's a missing piece of our basketball lineup returning right now to the floor. Taryn Freiberg checks in, number 24, one of our senior guards. Immediately gets a dish from Chano, goes right after the rebound, comes out hungry to play.
Yeah, he comes in. He's also can, kind of play down low. He played a little bit of the JV. I'm sure he's still trying to get in shape because he was in the starting lineup last year. So I'm sure, once he gets his legs under him, he'll be probably contributing in the lineup.
Yeah, he had a extended absence over the Christmas break to tend to some personal business. But good to see him back out here. Like we were talking about, really, you play the regular season to kind of figure out where your team's at, and then put all the right tools in your tool belt to get ready and get geared up for the postseason and make a run at that state tournament. So I'm liking how this is shaping up for our Heritage boys, and Coach Sean, I think he's going to have a pretty strong run here in the postseason. Not to set him up for a jinx or, but I think just looking at what we've seen and kind of where the personnel's turned out to be, I think they're going to be all right. It'll be fun to watch in the postseason for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you want to obviously, not to say jinx them, but you got to speak it into existence sometimes, right? And you just want your players to know that's where you're driving, so for them to mentally prepare night in and night out. And so for them, there's a standard, a bar, so to speak, that they're setting for themselves. And so I wouldn't call it a jinx, Coach, just a good, healthy standard for how they want to establish as a winning program. So, and they're doing a great job so far, as you said, right? A lot of presence being felt, a lot of things being set in place for players to want to be successful.
Yeah, setting a standard and a bar is a great way to put it there. This is where we want to go, this is what we want to do, and this is how we're going to get there. And I'm sure that Sean and the rest of the staff has done a great job of kind of laying that out there for them.
As you can see, hey, they brought it tonight, high intensity. Real smooth execution of the game plan. Didn't really have to dive too much deep into running a lot of different offensive sets, and just really got after it on the defensive end. So a lot of great team ball played tonight. As Heritage Hawks are up 53-28 on Cedar Park Christian with 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Takala with the big block there.
Chano with a layup gets some contact for a foul, so he'll go to the free throw line.
Apollo Lewis comes to check in. He'll get some time on the court. I was just looking down our bench to see who hadn't touched the court. I think he was the last guy that I was expecting to come in, so good to see he's going to get some time here in the varsity action.
Yeah, and shout out to Apollo Lewis. Over the break, we were able to go to a Dream SoFi All-American game for high school football, exposure camp game that only some of the best players that they recruit are able to attend. Obviously, he's got the knee braces, wasn't able to play in the game because of, some injuries that he kind of got during football season, but regardless, he got a field pass and was able to be out there with the upperclassmen and just support one of our other players. So good to see he's, here playing basketball, being active, and still trying to recover in a good way from, some of that knee stuff he's got going on.
Yeah, it's kind of been a long battle since football season for him, and it's tough as an athlete, and he's a talented athlete, good, strong, athletic build to kind of have to work through and battle through some of those injuries. But he's out here as much as he can be, as much as his body will allow, and I hope that he can get healed up, and if there's a chance for him to play at the next level. Obviously he went to the Dream All-American Bowl, which is a big thing. He's on the radar somewhere. Did you actually go down there?
Yeah, so I got an opportunity. Obviously, was on a family vacation, got to sneak away for the day, go to SoFi, and it was a really cool setup. Very intimate, as the people who hosted the event, really reserved SoFi for basically all of the families and players. So depending on what ticket you bought, you either got to go obviously down to field level to watch the game, and then if you had kind of their VIP setup, you were able to go on the field with the players, or even volunteer during the game.
Wow. So
really cool to see. Got to take some pictures of the fellows when they were down there, record some videos. The stadium is amazing. So yeah, it was awesome. It was an awesome exposure game. and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the players that got to be there. And obviously, even for one of our other players who wasn't able to be invited, Lincoln, we attended together. So really got to share that support for our young brothers that are there.
And that was Apollo and Kane Hotz. I think Kane Hotz played in that game.
Apollo, no. Caleb Brady and Kane Hotz got to play, and then Apollo was supposed to play, but obviously, like I said, because of the injuries, was able to be there and attend. He was going, I think, with the intent to play.
Gotcha. So yeah, Caleb Brady and Kane Hotz participating in that extra little bit of football, and hopefully going to lead to good things for them in the future.
Yeah. So our students obviously doing a ton of different things, playing basketball, flying planes, wrestling. There's a lot of good stuff going on at Heritage. What's in the water?
And Segway in the water.
What are you guys putting in the water over here?
So we Nathan Plummer, the principal, and I, we wrote a grant back in the fall for a maritime grant to support maritime activities, and over the Christmas break, we were actually awarded $65,000 to our school.
Wow.
To support maritime funding, and that's going to go to a number of different things. Going to try and bring some welding equipment to our school, provide that opportunity for kids. We got a number of kids that are interested in, obviously fishing is a big part of our culture, and so lots of kids that are interested in that. And Lincoln, speaking of Lincoln, he's made a positive impression on the people that run that grant, and I think him and we've been invited to go to Wrangell, Alaska. They have a program up there at their high school where they actually build aluminum base skiffs in their high school, and the teacher of that's also a commercial fisherman, so he's going to have us come up there as a part of the grant and experience for Lincoln. And I just so happen to be the one that wrote the grant and gets to chaperone. so we're looking forward to that. That trip will be in March. Give Lincoln a chance to see what a different high school looks like, and then also go out on the boat with the teacher, who's, like I said, a commercial fisherman. So we'll spend some time deckhanding for him, and really build some connections and network for him as he pursues that dream and passion of his in the future. I know his sights are set on being a fisherman. He comes from a fishing family, so huge grant to be written for our school, and to have some funding available for a lot of different cool things that have never happened here, and just really is fitting in with our big picture learning model and trying to really meet kids where they're at and their interests and dreams and passions.
Man, that's a great experience. Like I said, I like to say once in a lifetime sometimes, because I really do believe that, some of the things you get to, be exposed to are just that. So great opportunity for him. He's doing a lot of great things today. He talked about he's going to do golf again as well. So a lot of great things for students. Also playing some basketball out there. So as they have a handedly lead on Cedar Park Christian. Another bucket scored there for Tekala as they go up 59-28 with just under 2 minutes left. So as we, kind of time running down, we'd love to, give a shout out to the fans in attendance, here coming to support. We had a camera pan of, sleeping babies and things like that, just here trying to enjoy the last little bits of this game. Parents stuck it out through JV, girls game, and now the boys. So people really showing a lot of love.
It's definitely a full night of basketball for some families, especially if, some families have family members that are playing JV, that are playing girls, and playing on the varsity boys. So I think that JV boys game started at 4 o'clock, and I like talking about Ace was here at 3, so it's going to be a good solid 6 hours in the gym for Ace and the rest of these people that have been here since the beginning.
For the love of some res ball.
Yep.
Love of basketball. So great turnout here as we, 40 seconds winding down. JJ with a breakaway layup. Oh, dropping money.
Dropping money right
there. Easy layup and just, off the front of the rim.
Even the look on his face, I think he was a little shocked, kind of skated in there, and that doesn't happen very often for JJ. He's a pretty smooth player.
Deep three by number 2, Josiah Portes for Cedar Park Christian. Another one, 2 feet off the line.
And
Banks open late.
Late.
Deposits at the drive-through.
Late.
Withdrawals as well for number 23, Wesley Marshall. So time winding down. And that will conclude our matchup. Tulip Heritage boys get the victory 59-33 against Cedar Park Christian. As we close it out here at the Francie J. Sheldon Gym, I believe I will have the birthday boy Chano Guzman come up. We have our production crew member going to pull him up, and that will end our broadcast as we get some words from him.
Yeah, just a great night of basketball, pretty handily win. Yeah, so, 59-33, we had a lot of opportunity tonight to talk about some of the other things going on in school, which is fun. I mean, you get the TV broadcast, which is great for our kids and our community, but it's also a chance for us to share all the other great things that are happening with regards to our student athletes and inside our school. So sometimes a game like this isn't terrible. It's always fun to be around, but
hey, as much as we can, show love, it's Love Day.
Yep.
Handedly victory. We get to shout out a lot of the good things going on.
So looks like Chano's making his way up here. I will exit. Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening to us.
Great
and
job,
we'll see you
Matt
back on the
Tate.
next time.
So we will have our student athlete, Panchano Guzman, coming into the booth. How's it going, sir? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so here I have Chano Guzman. He had 14.6 rebounds coming in to end out our night. So Matt kind of said that, today was your birthday, a real good day. He mentioned your monster cupcake. What was the feeling like having a game on your birthday?
I mean, it's some fun game. Just basketball. Love playing basketball, so it works out.
Yeah, not a better way to celebrate your birthday than doing something you love. He said to ask about the monster cupcake. Where'd you get it, and what flavor maybe?
My girlfriend Claudia brought it to me during school. It was like, this big.
Okay, awesome,
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, it sure contributed to the energy that you had going into the game. So last question, as you guys got a win against Grace and then another win tonight, what's it looking like coming to, the crossroads in your season? You guys feel like you have a good chance to keep rolling the wins and maybe have district plays later on in the season?
Oh, for sure. We're getting better every day. Every practice, working harder and harder.
I love the mindset. Great job tonight. You guys really poured it on. You did a great job of commanding the pace of the game and playing some great defense. Enjoyed watching you. Good job. That concludes our night. Tulip Heritage boys get a win, 59-33 against Cedar Park Christian. Roll into the highlights.